like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of AEW Rampage and Dynamite week commencing the 9th of October. If you are in England, you know how this works. So it starts with the JAS versus the Best Friends and the Hardy Boys in a great match on Rampage, but in the end, Jeff Hardy actually gets the win. So Hardy's actually get a win for once. And then we have Eddie Kingston. He said he basically is ready to face anyone. Then Singh pulls up with Eddie Kingston being shouted at by Singh, Dudley, Jeff Jarrett, etc. And basically they say Eddie Kingston needs to prove himself that he's a real worthy person to hold the ROH title and face Jay Lethal. So then we had the BCC versus some guys. Obviously the BCC win. Then we have the JS having a talk to Danny because he lost the match, so he's taking a bit of heat, sort of like get your stuff sorted out. Then we have Penta versus Lise versus Johnny TV versus Commander for the number one contender for the ROH World Championship title contender. Great match. Go and watch it. I haven't seen it, but in the end, Commander gets to win. Then we have Ortiz calling out. I'll be honest, I don't know who Ortiz is calling out. It didn't say anyone's name. I think he's calling out Santana. I am not sure, but Ortiz was calling someone out. If anyone could tell me who was calling out, I'll be greatly appreciated. Then in the main event of the evening, it was Marina Nyla Rose versus Shida and Chris Statlander in a great match, but in the end Statlander gets the victory. She hasn't lost in a while. Then we go to Dynamite. Dynamite starts off with a blockbuster match. Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickling for the number one contender for TNT title. This match was awesome. When they say this is awesome, this is awesome. Go and watch this match if you haven't seen it. I hope this doesn't hurt Swerve Strickling, but he did lose to Bryan Danielson, but Swerve Strickling's on the rise, so I hope they don't just let him go down the wayside. He just beat Hangman Page. Then it goes to Samoa Joe. He's basically in the back saying he's coming after gold. He's not done. He wants MJF or whoever holds the AEW title, so we'll see what happens there. Then we have Chris Jericho versus Powerhouse Hobbs. This was a squash match. Chris Jericho gets squashed by Hobbs. Wow. Then we had Adam Cole. Basically, he's at Roderick Strong's house. He's cutting the grass with one leg, and he's having a whale of a time because he needs his help. Then we have Ray Phoenix versus Orange Cassidy for the International Championship because Orange Cassidy actually didn't get his rematch. This was a great match. Go and watch it. You haven't seen it, but in the end, and new International Champion Orange Cassidy. Wow, congratulations to Orange Cassidy. Then we have Wardlow versus Matt Sidell. Great match, but come on now, no, I ain't beating Wardlow. Then we had Danny basically is in the back checking on Chris Jericho, but the JAS are basically not happy about him checking on Chris Jericho and calls him out for it. Then we have Hangman Page versus Jay White. Really good match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. But what basically happens, what transpired in the match earlier, the first of the night with Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson, there was an attempt for Swerve to hit Bryan Danielson with Nana's crown. Now, because Hangman got involved there, Nana came down and distracted Hangman Page in this match, which cost him the match, and Jay White got the victory. Then basically MJF comes out. He said he wants his title back. He doesn't care. And then basically Jay White says, find 3 guys to tag with you. If you beat us, then you can get your title back. So we'll see what happens. Then we had Shida versus Sarah for the AEW Women's Championship in a great match. Go and watch. You haven't seen it, but in the end, and new women's champion Shida. So yeah, great. Congratulations to Shida. Then we have MJF in the back trying to call Adam Cole, saying, come and help me, where you at, brother? But he doesn't answer the phone and no one picks up. So we will see what happens there with Adam Cole and MJF. Hopes he doesn't turn on him. Then in the main segment of the evening, we have Christian Cage, and he comes out basically saying why he doesn't want to team with Edge. But he's basically saying that Luchasaurus and Nick are his sons, basically. Then it goes into a match with Luchasaurus and Edge in a great match. But in the end, Edge gets the victory. So that's your review of AEW Dynamite and Rampage. Leave a comment.